Hello everybody, it is me, the Collector. First of all, sorry for the lack of uploading nowadays, but I just got a new job and it's been pretty busy, so I just wanted to bring you a new custom figure review that I've did in my spare free time. This is a DC Multiverse custom Batman Grim Knight figure. I really wanted the DC Multiverse Grim Knight Batman figure, but that figure was now a couple of years old, and I think it was an exclusive or something. It was pretty hard to get, and if you go on Amazon or eBay, it's a really expensive figure nowadays because a lot of people like that figure. So I went ahead and did a custom Grim Knight Batman for myself, and as you can see, I think it turned out pretty nice. And I'll go over what base body I used, any other accessories, or what materials I used, and everything like that. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'll just stop this right here and let's go over the details. First of all, I used the DC Multiverse Justice League Snyder Cut Batman, the kind of tactical looking Batman, if you will. I think that was the full name. First, of course, I went ahead and cut off the cape. If you watched my previous Batman custom figure review, you know that you have to kind of pry it up. Here you just have to kind of use a knife so that you could just rip it out, but this, and then there's going to be a hole here and it's going to look really weird. So you just kind of shimmy the knife here and it's it's going to cut off this part and you just rip here. And from there, that was all I did with that figure. Well, actually not entirely. Then I went ahead and fully painted the entire body with this. I was using the Vallejo model color black. That's it. You want to use the model color if you're using a paintbrush. There's also the air color or game color. I think game color is used for more maybe like chess game figures or board game figures, things that you really touch a lot because there's an additional resin in them. But for these, I just use the model color, so all the way around, just full on black. And then I painted the emblem with this white. It's the same Vallejo model color white, off-white actually, because the normal white is kind of a more shinier white, and I wanted this kind of more matte white. And as you can see, I actually missed the line in the middle because I feel like it's more like kind of like gives off some kind of Punisher vibe or something. It's more tactical looking, that it's kind of separated in the middle. That was all I did in terms of paint. Then the first thing I did, actually I cut off the original belt, and this is the original belt that the figure came with. This one is from a 2022 Batman movie, Robert Pattinson Batman, and as you know, I had a spare belt from that figure because I remodeled that figure basically. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch my review of my custom figure of that. So I had this spare belt and it looks pretty cool because it's really military tactical looking. So I just glued this belt on. And what I did, as you can see with the spare belt, I actually painted this one with this black as well. There seems to be I missed a part here, but it's okay. So I actually just glued this on his thigh so that it looks like some additional ammo pouches here. Then, as you can see, he has an additional knee pads because originally, he doesn't. These give off more like a military knee pad vibe, as well as with this is not, as you can see, it looks pretty ugly from the back. But what I did. Remember the Bandifix 2022 Robert Pattinson Batman figure that I used the cape because it's soft goods for the custom Robert Pattinson Batman. Then I used the hands and used the belt as well. And as you can see, I cut off the shoulder pads, which was kind of a pain in the issue, and I actually cut my finger in the process. And then I kind of flipped them over, and this is the result. Now they're knee pads, and again I painted them with this. So now he has nice looking big military style knee pads. And then whoop, this figure is just a formal shell of himself now. It's just crazy how much parts you can get from this figure. It looks really ugly now. Basically, I just cut off here, took the feet off, well, the actual big boot, I pull it down, and you have to um, cut the feet part off. I don't have that on hand here. And then from there, you have to kind of pry open the boot part and strip it down and sandpaper it down. So I just kind of took this as like an additional layer to his boot to make it just kind of more bigger. Even from the front, it looks kind of cool. He has really big boots, you know, but from the back it looks kind of ugly because I just glued them on. So, you know, there's that first. So going up here, there's this, there's that, there's the belt. I'll go over the other gun accessories, but if you want to call it a day, you could just do that, and you also have a Grim Knight Batman. But I went further ahead and put just even more ammo pouches and tactical gear on him, and basically this one under here, this belt, this is a separate piece, and this one as well. This belt came from the Diamond Select John Wick 2 Tactical Deluxe Edition John Wick, and it's kind of like a belt. I put every gun and ammo magazines on it. It's actually, as you can see, it's right there. It's just a normal belt that you would kind of put here, but I put it here. I glued it down, and then again, you could stop there. I took this part. This is a separate piece as well. I'll go over this in a sec. This whole ammo pouch with the grenades, and this is from the Elite series, Star Wars Elite series Death Trooper. I'll show you. You know, it's still a normal looking Death Trooper, but as you can see, I took this off, and it was kind of hard. You have to cut some piece off here and peel it here, so it's kind of a nasty process, but it's pretty much doable. And I went ahead and glued it on top of everything so that it looks like it's one piece, but it's not. This one is actually it's also this piece kind of, you know, as you can see, the belt was not totally connected here, so I just went ahead and, as you can see, made in China, of course, kind of connects it. And this was also the back part of this figure right here. So that's that. And after gluing it down, you have to glue this part down as well. Right here, it doesn't go all the way over. Wait, no, yeah, it only goes towards here. It's not as big. It only goes here, and this part here and this part here under the knife holster is actually like a false fake leather piece that I just took from somewhere. But you can, you know, if you don't want to do that, it sort of goes towards here if you just, as you can see. But I went ahead, and you can use any kind of string or something to kind of, so that it moves all the way to the back. And I had to paint that as well, because originally it was kind of brown, you know, leather colored, but you don't really have to do that if you don't want to. This one was glued on top of it, so you don't have to do that. And this is actually, it's a removable knife, but it's very stuck there. I actually just took some black hard paper, kind of molded it onto the knife, glued it all together, and now it's a knife holster. You can pull it out, but it's very stuck there, so I'm not going to force it, but you could if you want to. So it's kind of like a Halo Reach kind of knife holster. I really like it. And as you can see from here, I just, you know, cut like a little soft goods bandana onto him. I don't know what this black material was originally, but I think it was maybe like a black t-shirt back in the day or something, but you can just do that and boom. And any other things like this one, this pistol, and the big assault rifle. Well, this and this pistol is also from the same Diamond Select John Wick figure as this tactical belt. And then this one, I have another John Wick figure. It's the John Wick 1 John Wick, I don't know, and that came with this, and I didn't have any other use for it, so I went ahead and just glued this onto his leg as well, so that it's even more tactical. You know, if you know what I'm talking about, the Batman Grim Knight, he has a bunch of ammo pouches and guns all over his body, and I think it's kind of over exaggerated. It's meant to be like that. So I really like how this figure turned out. I'll just put this here and maybe I'll turn this on and you can take a look at it again if you want to. I just wanted to show you, I think I really like this. If you have any questions about the figure, if you didn't understand what I was saying because of my accent or something, you can go ahead and ask me in the comments. I'll answer every question you have. And there's that. That was my review of I call it the DC Multiverse Custom Grim Knight Batman. It was me, the collector, and I'll see you later. Take care and bye-bye.